Ballad of the Jabberwock. My grandmother tells me when the lights are low how the Jabberwock appeared in Squonkum long ago. First a frightened farmer tearing into town told how his wife had seen something big and brown, horned like a billy goat and scaled like a dragon, perched cross-legged on their brand-new wagon. It leaped into the barn and hid in the hay. She screeched blue murder and fainted away. The timmerman saw it coming from Crosskeys. It crept from Corkray's wood and peered round the trees. Footprints were found in fields, clawed like a bird's. It clumped over Karsh's roof, gibbering words. Then folks began to see it, here and everywhere, clinging to the steeple, winging through the air, with vans of a mighty bat, or walking in a pasture, upright as any man, and cocky as a master. Squonkum locked all its doors, and bright lamps were lit in chilly front parlors where folks seldom sit, except for a funeral or the minister's call. But what lurks in darkness, they lighted up all. Some few were skeptical and would only smile, but the path to the barn that night seemed like a mile. Reverend Wolsey preached of sin, and most folks agreed that it was a warning they had better heed. They named it the Jabberwock, for want of another, but some shook their heads. It's the devil's own brother. Then people came to church who'd never been yet. Some patched up a quarrel, and some paid a debt. Cousin Flo and Cousin Kate forgot they didn't speak, and Old Man Jones stayed sober for one amazing week. Wives left off nagging, and husbands kissed their wives. The Claybrook brothers went to work, for once in their lives. No one watered any milk or cut the measures down, and Tilly got religion, and all her girls left town. Then one day the town awoke to find it had fled. No one saw it squatting on his barn or shed. No one saw those footprints huge upon his lawn. Suddenly, as it had come, the Jabberwock had gone. The church held a meeting, and great thanks were given that Satan had done his worst and left them scared but shriven. Satan had ramped about like a roaring lion, but Squonkum held firm, and now was a little Zion. They were the wonder town of the countryside. They had driven evil out, they let good abide, for almost a fortnight. Then someone stole a sack of flour out of Barker's store, and Tilly's girls came back. All Saints' Eve. Look, there beyond the windowpane, through the withered and rattling vine, a wee face spangled with silver rain, lovely and wan, stares in at mine, white as a shell upon the sands, where the black billows break and pass. Something is pressing tiny hands against the barrier of the glass. Something eerie and fey and pale is peering in from the haunted night at our small room, snug from the angry gale, where faces glow in the firelight. Slant strange eyes under sea-green hair look wistfully in through the window-pane. Quick, open the casement. What is there that cries in the wind and the streaming rain? It has gone. It has gone. There is nothing there, blown by the storm to our window-pane. Only the night and the chill sea air and the voice of the sorrowful rain. The conqueror worm, lo, 'tis a gala night within the lonesome latter years. An angel throng, bewinged, bedight in veils and drown in tears, sit in a theater to see a play of hopes and fears, while the orchestra breathes fitfully the music of the spheres. That motley drama, oh, be sure it shall not be forgot, with its phantom chased forevermore by a crowd that sees it not, through a circle that ever returneth into the self-same spot, and much of madness and more of sin, and horror the soul of the plot. Out, out are the lights, out all, and over each quivering form the curtain of funeral pall comes down with the rush of a storm, while the angels uprising, unveiling, affirm that the play is the tragedy man, and its hero, the conqueror worm. Edgar Allan Poe. Way down on the runway, the two-a-day fun way. There are plenty of teasers to tickle the geezers, and they all can take it off neatly, completely and sweetly, no longer completely. And though some like it part way, and some like the smart way, and some are just fools for that old Margie Hart way, we are all for plenty of leeway, and we do mean Gypsy Rose Lee. She's paid up equity. We mean Gypsy Rose Lee. Yeah!